fucking LAX. I'm gonna have to reassign a bottom here.
Baker.
I actually installed it once before I redid my computer.
Nope.
Yeah, they did that, didn't they? Hang on. Forgot about that.
Nice. Gotta say, the Night Fighter is awesome.
What the fuck? Oh my god, dude, this is what you're getting everything else. I don't know what the hell that just was.
Or not.
I love how they got this thing smoked out, you can't see it.
We've lost control of objective Baker.
Hello everybody, thanks for watching today's episode. As promised, from the discussion and people who spoke to me in person and so on, stating that I should do a video on the P51D Mustang using the M8 rockets for the M10 tubes. Here you go. So let's take a look at my specialization tree. And it's not exactly one set variation for everybody. Of course, this is what I had to go with, and I'm gonna go in a little bit more depth on why you should do this loadout compared to a different one. Now, what I'm gonna say here is, originally I went with this far top left, so I did the dual 20 millimeter cannon high explosive rounds. And the problem I ran into was the cannons combined with these tubes weigh down the airplane too much. Try it for yourself, you'll see what I'm talking about. It creates a tremendous drag on it when you combine with this. Now if you just go with the two non-tracer stealth rounds, it makes the plane at least flyable, in my opinion. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did if you use the joystick, I don't know, but I did notice a lot of drag if you put these on, so I don't know if it's some kind of dynamic that DICE added, but you'll definitely notice it just seems like the airplane is completely off balance, if you will. So anyway, like you saw my video, I mean, I did a lot of strafing. I shot targets from a distance, like airplanes and so on. And the nice thing about using the non-tracer, what I believe is non-tracer dual 50 caliber rounds, is that they can't really see it coming, if you will. And by the time they figure it out, they're, I don't know, 80-90% dead anyway, and you finish them off. So if you want to make your P51D a stealth fighter, I highly recommend this. If you're more of a, the traditional, you just want to tear through melee, well then of course, like I mentioned in the other video, I would go with this, combined with the supercharger, combined with the 8X, but of course this video isn't about that, so anyway, the next one I did is the improved control surfaces. If you do not select this, again, you're going to feel a lot more of the drag. You have to have this in order to pull off this this variation with the M8 rockets. So anyway, I went with that, with this, and then did the field repair. Just thought might as well, because the plane's a lot slower now because it doesn't have the supercharger. I mean, if we could combine the supercharger with the M8 rockets, that would have been tremendous, but the saying goes, you can't have your cake and eat it too. So anyway, went with the M8 rockets, and as you saw in these clips, I mean, I'm taking out Stukas, I'm taking out 109s, I'm taking out everything in the air, basically bombers. I'm taking out tanks on the ground. But of course, I would say for the most part, those tanks that you're taking out on the ground, if it's a Tiger tank at full health, you're going to have to go back around and take it out again. This, of course, is the difference between having the P70 with 12 of these M8 rockets compared to this P51D with 6. So, are you still going to be a P51, stealth / tank destroyer? Well, absolutely. So, or then this, I decided to go with the improved resupply. I thought it was a lot more important to resupply the M8 rockets a lot quicker compared to just having extra ammo. And then last but not least, I decided to go with the reinforced wings instead of the spotting scope. But again, that was just for me, because my experience is sometimes when dogfighting, I have people who like to ram, which I think is lame. But if you notice you don't really have that problem much, then by all means go with the spotting scope. If anything, it's going to help out your teammates. You're going to light targets like a Christmas tree. So that's the loadout I decided to go with. And me personally, do I like this loadout better than going with the loadout I have with my other video, which is the top right tier for the most part, with the supercharger and the 8X FFAR forward firing aircraft rockets. No, my preferred choice is the other, mainly because that's my playstyle, and it's because it's a P51D Mustang. To me, this airplane, it deserves to have the supercharger. If I could make this have a combination of the supercharger with the M8 rockets, then I probably would revisit that. But anyway, I thought I'd just at least give this a try because other people recommended it. And do I recommend this airplane for you? Yes, absolutely, I do. If you want more of an agile, more maneuverable plane that has the M8 rockets, this is definitely the route you want to go. But keep in mind, comparing it to the P70, you're not going to get the supercharger. You're not going to be able to get double the M8 rocket loadout. But again, you get the maneuverability. So anyway, leave a like. Also comment, let me know if you feel as though this M8 rocket loadout for the Mustang is better than P70, and let's do some comparing and contrasting. I'd love to hear from you guys. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.